I'm Paul Draper, winemaker for the last 40 years here at Monte Bello. I'm holding in my hand a glass of the 2009 Monte Bello. It's a blend of 4 of the 5 Bordeaux varieties. We grow those 4 as our preference. This year in our second assemblage, we included Cabernet Sauvignon, which is always the dominant, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. The Cabernet Franc, which we also grow, did not make the cut in our assemblages. We're on a limestone ridge in a very cool part of California. In fact, being 15 miles from the Pacific Ocean and at 800 meters here, our climate is as cool as Bordeaux, with colder nights and warmer days. What that means in terms of the wine is that we typically have very firm acidity, very bright fruit. Our style of wine, and basically dictated not just by our personal preference, but by the climate itself and the soils, is for wines that are not overripe. And in this case, the 09 is on the riper side for us at 13.5 alcohol. It is not typical of the style today in California, but we think wines of this type, of full ripeness but not over-ripeness, are ideal complements for food, and wine itself, of course, is a food. This represents for us one of the finest vintages of the last 40 years. It is the depth, it has the classic distinctive character of our vineyard, and what I mean by that is, for us, with a vineyard that has distinctive character, getting that character from the soil and the climate and the vines into the glass is all important. So our viticulture is organic, our winemaking is very traditional. We use typically the techniques that were used here in California in the late 19th century and were typical in Bordeaux. In a sense, we have gone backwards, and though we have one of the finest laboratories in the world for a winery our size, our techniques of making wine are very, very traditional. Natural yeast, natural malolactic, no processing whatsoever except filtration at bottling and not sterile filtration. Likewise, no additions, no concentrates, only SO2, that is sulfur, at minimum effective levels. So for us, it is a style that we prefer, and we hope that you will prefer it as well.